Well, I wasn't planning on shooting a video today, but you know, you spend 5 minutes in the garden looking at your project and you think, what if I just did that and turned that and raised that, and then this happens. Just wanted to see how high I could make this trailer without too much fuss. So I did that, and then I realised that I could probably get some sort of tool underneath. So yeah, I've dropped the axle off the spring, and I've dropped the spring down, so I can get that out, maybe do a bit of cleanup. But yeah, really was not planning on shooting a video today, so I might just add this in the next lot of video. Don't know exactly what I was expecting, but yeah, springs have central locating pins on them, or maybe it's just to hold the thing together, but surely they're in the center. I didn't have to score it up at all. I've test fitted all the hardware for the new axle anyway. It's looking good. Hey, just let me pet you. No? So yeah, yesterday when I didn't plan on doing any work on the frame at all, I managed to get the axle off, and now I've got it down onto the ground. I'm going to try and flip it over, and a bit worried about the edges of the trailer because they're really thin. I'll give you a look at them, but yeah, I'm going to try and attach some wood so that they don't get folded in. Probably easier to show you on this side of the trailer now that the other side's on the ground, but that's basically what we're looking at. So yeah, a bit of wood under there and strap to it, should be fine. So yeah, managed to find some straps that actually, they came with the caravan when I bought it. For some unknown reason, they were just stuffed underneath one of the seats and they've never been used, so at least they're getting some use now. But yeah, I should flip over nicely now. Well, that was easy. We get a really good view of underneath now, so that's where the stair came off, and I didn't really fix that up, so I might have to look at that. I do have to get these supports off. That's going to be the hardest part, I reckon. And then cleaning up these rails so I can weld to them. What else we got to do? I was supposed to put in the spare wheel holder under here as well. It was that, the axle, the wheels. We're on track, but I'm going to have to go to the hardware shop now, and I'm going to buy some more rust converter paint, primer, whatever it is, because we'll have to give this side a clean up as well. So normally take this gazebo camping, but I decided today I'm not going to work under the sun. I want work in some shade. Since I'm going to be in pretty much the one spot, up until now I've just been running around in circles, so maybe I can take it a bit easier today. So here's what we've got to do. First of all, I've got to get these support legs off, and by the look of it, they weren't very well welded on. It's just a few almost tack welds just to keep it in place, and I think maybe they forgot to weld it on properly. No, they probably didn't. That's probably how it was done in the 80s. And I don't really know much about welding anyway. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be too hard to get these guys off. Famous last words. But yeah, it looks like these things are in the way. And I don't know what they were. I think they used to hold a big pipe on the back of the caravan to put all the poles into the awnings and stuff. And it looks like someone's just lopped it off because they didn't want it anymore. So that can go. I might have to do that first and then worry about the other stuff. And in case you missed it, I've got the whole frame just resting on a couple of spare wheels just to keep it steady and off the ground, just in case any sparks do fall and the fire starts, to be able to get under there and hose it down or whatever. And I got to say, rattle gun is one of probably the best tools that I bought in a long while. They're so handy. So there you go. Glad I bought more primer, because I'm gonna need it. But that's all right. It always seems to be a job in the way of the job you want to do for some reason. Well, it is 3:30 on a Sunday afternoon, so I've got to get cracking. I got to get this done. Check the fires. Yes, indeed. Leverage. Beautiful. One down. Got a little bit worried about sparks escaping, so I thought I'd get a bit of the old tin off the roof. See if I can catch them rather than just spread them all over the garden and start fires. That might make it a little easier to get into. Something's moving. Yep. Yep. Bit of leverage under there. All right. There we go. Was that easy? I did get into the frame a little bit on this side, but I don't think it's going to have any effect on the structural integrity of this frame. It's right on the edge. It'll be fine, he says, as though he knows what he's talking about. So this is pretty much how the new support legs are going to look once they're installed. Just need to find like the length between here and there to make sure they're both even. I'm going to mark it out. I'm going to clean up all this surface here where I just removed the other ones, and I'll probably get to welding them in straight away. It'll only be the second time that I've actually welded anything. This is the first thing I've ever done. I welded on the old jockey wheel from the old trailer onto my 4x6, and yeah, hasn't fallen off yet. Looks like the measurement's going to be 400, which I think in the last video I said that the legs extend to 400, but I think they start at 400. They must go to like 650 or something, 600. Totally over-engineered for this purpose, but hey, it's going to be awesome. This is a center punch, not a scribe, but oh well. Yeah. And the area I need cleaned goes to almost all that bar. Doesn't really matter. And square. Yeah. Ow. There's no easy way to sit on this trailer when it's upside down. Yeah, so all the old welds, I've just pretty much ground them down so they're not sharp anymore. I'm not really worried about them being there. But where I'm going to weld, I've just cleaned these two bits up, and I've done the same on the edge of the iron that's going on there. And I'm pretty sure that's all I need to do. I could be wrong. I've set up this side already to start welding it. Got a couple of squares holding it on, magnetic squares. Going to do a couple of tack welds and get rid of the squares, and then do it for real. See what happens. I might be spending a lot of time grinding it off, re-welding it, 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 grinding it off. I was going to attack it. I forgot. I just kept going. That's alright. Yeah, I'll be grinding that one again. But might get the back done and then see what needs to be done after that. Maybe too fast. Maybe that's just off the mark. That was shit. That was absolute shit. Couldn't see a thing. And I was welding across this top edge instead of in the gap. That's alright. I'll get the grinder out. Leaving it up a bit. And then I'll have another go.
sure I've got a power tool for this. Chuck is useless. Better. Yeah, after a bit of a clean up, I can see there's a couple of holes that I have to fill in, fix up a little bit. And I missed a bit at the tail end of that one, but I'm getting there. It's only the second time I've actually welded anything that actually matters. So some may call it a dog's breakfast. I'm going to call that done. And that was just one side. I've got another side to go now. It's hot. Must be beer o'clock. So on this side, we've got the squares underneath because this rail's skinnier for some stupid reason. But so this time, I'm going to remember just to tack it and then check it, and then we'll do it again, and grind it and weld it. Grind it again, weld it again, so on. Ah, really? Yep. When I welded the front side, it broke the tack on the back and lifted up, so I'm going to have to clamp it down before I weld it on this side. I'm definitely not a professional, but they're probably some of the best welds I've ever done. I'll show you. So this is what we got. That was the first one on this side. They look like fucking horrible welds, but oh well. I don't really know what I'm doing. The ones on this side, however, they look worse. So I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm no expert. Any welders out there you want to put your 2 cents in? Now's your time. We'll see how they hold up. Well, it is getting really late in the day, so what I might do is just pack up all the tools, maybe leave out the wire wheel on the drill or the flap disc, and remove some of the rust, maybe off the springs, not so much off the underside. I might just give that a spray up straight over the rust and let it do its thing, and then it should be ready to flip over tomorrow, and then I can put the axle on. Spare time out, I've got to do that too. That's probably a tomorrow job, or I could come out in the evening and do it. I need to weld it. Don't have time to do it now, I'll probably have to do that tomorrow. One more spot I need to take care of is this little knob on the leaf spring. When you put the guide on, or the spacer or whatever it is that goes between the spring and the axle, it's a bit high, so I need to grind that down. You might be able to see. Yeah, it's just not quite flush. I just need to take off the top. Not much. Then I can stop grinding and my neighbours can get some peace and quiet.
There's a price to pay. You don't feel the shame. Every time you try to fight it, a little piece of me goes right up in flames.
we have totally rebuilt the springs. Fuck, they look nice too. We've deleted on the old struts in the corner there, and we put in our brackets for the new ones. I'm just going to wait for this to tack up a bit, or dry off a bit, or do whatever it's supposed to do, and then I'm going to put the extension legs on, so when I flip it over we can have it standing up. I've got to put those fucking bolts back in too, don't forget that. I even rebuilt the existing supports, stabilising legs, whatever you want to call them. They're a bit grubby though, don't look too close. And rebuilt the bottom of the frame, of course. So what we've got left to do tomorrow is put the axle in on the spare wheel holder. I didn't paint any off the middle underneath, because I don't know if you can see, there's like still screws hanging out the bottom. I'm going to have to come back with a grinder, and I don't want to do that now because, you know, neighbours. But apart from that, it's quite a win, I reckon. We're getting there. We're getting there. Well, I had dinner and I looked outside and it looks like there's just enough daylight left to get the stabiliser legs on. Maybe flip this back over. So this is what they look like on. I'm going to get this one standing up a bit. I'm going to flip this trailer back over and put them to good use, see how they go. And that's that. Don't think flipping it over did it any damage at all. A little bit dirty, a little bit dusty maybe, but apart from that, maybe a bit here, but I am probably going to scuff it up a little bit and waste another can of rust converter on it anyway, just because. And yeah, we're doing well. So these are the new stabiliser legs. That's that one's not even extended, and it's sitting at a 45, so it has a lot to go. And if you look at the one behind it, they're completely different angles, so it's quite possible I'm going to be able to stabilise and level the trailer on an incline like this with just the jockey wheel on these two, and that's why I wanted to get them on. Hopefully the welds hold, and I'd still have an option of welding down the side there now that I'm on top of it. Also I should be able to weld a bit in there on this side. Probably not, because I went flush on the other side and this side's just underneath. So maybe I'll just weld on the insides of both of these, and that'll be good. Also, this is all you need to do to raise it. Alright, the camera doesn't show, but it is late for a Sunday night. The street lights are on. I had to pack up and get out of here. Thanks for hanging around, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Spike, my mate, who lent me the welder and gave me a few lessons on how to use it. Without your help, man, this probably wouldn't get done. So thank you very much, and hey, I'll see you next time.